comes before the streaming buffer runs out in the VOD. Anyway, why do I hear... Okay. But, yeah. It's been a bit, but, welcome back to Crusader Kings 2. I'm sorry I didn't, stream the magnificent loading screens like I usually do, but I'm a little pressed for time today, so I decided to just not put the extra burden on the CPU. This is very loud for some reason. Let me turn this down a little bit in the volume mixer. Very loud for me, which is unusual. Also, like, no offense to the game's many sound design people, but Crusader Kings 2 is not a game known for its, its audio components being, like, a huge necessity. So what are we doing here? We're at war with this guy, Terry de Pontu, Norman Italian de jure war over Mortagne. Okay, so we just took Mortagne and we ended up in a war with him because he was also trying to attack Mortagne. I understand. Who are we? I've completely forgotten. King Aelfnath. Aelfnath? Right, we had some, like, silliness going on with the names. I remember now. Right. It's weird looking at a map of actual Europe again. I've been playing a lot of the, After the End mod, which takes place in post-apocalyptic North America. It also runs very poorly on my poor little laptop because it's, like, in terms of holding limits, like, literally twice the size of the actual game. So, yeah. It's nice. Leonard de Pontu was captured in battle and is now my prisoner. Cool. But, it's nice getting back to basics a little bit. Back to basics. Alright. Sure. Our dude is named Gonsel? He's Basque. I don't remember this turn of events, but I'm not upset about it. Why does Leon suddenly own all these counties now? What has been happening in this game? I've, like, completely forgotten. That was just a weird noise. I don't know how well that came through. But it was a strange, strange sound. Probably only going to be running for about 2 hours today instead of the usual 3 because I am a little pressed for time. What are we doing here? Princess Rafika and Prince Greyfold marry. Well, heck, maybe. Which one's the Samarids again? That's these fellas down here. Yeah, sure. Like, why the heck not? Yeah, I remember we had, like, a period for a little while where, we had, kind of some serious internal troubles going on. That seems to be over now, thankfully. Um, the issue, therefore, is that I don't really remember what we were trying to do beyond our general goal of, conquering the whole of Britain and all that. Flanders. Oh, okay, that's why that's happening. Kind of surprised that there still is a France, but there is. Pardon me. Might be getting just a little bit sick. I'm not entirely sure. Let me see here. Let me try to reverse engineer what I was trying to accomplish. So we got all these little counties down here that are fine but not of much use individually. Like Strangfjordur, perhaps. Yes, come to my court. I will make you a star. By which I mean I'm going to give you some random piece of land and then I'm going to use it to press your claims on your titles that you don't own but have some legitimacy in the eyes of the wider international community in seeing as your own. I say words. Quest excommunication. There's a thing that, like, literally never works. Can I kill this man? It does not appear that I can do that right now. Let's see then. Any claimants to this place? Here we go. We can press this now, I think, because the ruler is a giant. So it should let us do that right away. These two random patches of Sweden annoy the hell out of me. But we'll take care of that in due time. For now, come on, where is the guy? Heck. Here he is. Harold. How you doing, buddy? You are now the Count of Northampton. Yes. And we will push that claim on Middlesex basically right now. Why can I not declare war? Do you have any raised levies? Oh yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it. How long do we have? He's only 8 years old. So we've got a while before we can we can figure that out in a little bit of a later date. My knowledge of swords extends only so far as to long, sharp things you poke people with when you want them to die, especially if you are in a duel or at war, and it's becoming an embarrassment. If someone could ever teach me anything about swords and how to use them, it would be one of my best friends, and I can trust him to never mock my lack of skill. This fellow. John Dastine. What are you doing?
Being a nuisance. Hi. This thing is a nuisance. More of a nuisance than I am.
That was my significant other, if anybody is wondering. Sure. Oh yeah, we have a cardinal. I forgot about that. Is he in any way able to... Nah, they're all voting for this Gifford fucker. Oh well. What's all this about? Yeah, kind is fine. Also, I finally figured out why sometimes I will imprison someone when it tells me I've got the righteous imprisonment thing, and that will give me a tyranny penalty anyway. And it is because I have auto stop plots on, and it does not update the status of an imprisonment while you're looking at it. So you actually have to click again, and then it'll tell you. But in the end, I suppose that was my own lack of knowledge, but you know, still. Yeah. Assign guardian. What has our thing been like here? Really, we have a depressing lack of regnal ordnance. So I'm hoping we can get young Baldwin here king eventually, because Baldwin is a good name for a medieval monarch. We should attack this child now. Oh, actually, I already had a claim on that, but that's okay. That guy's way over in Ireland, so that wouldn't have made very good logistical sense to have to press his claim in particular. Yeah. Let's do the thing. Yes. How many troops does this kid have? Almost 2,000. Wow, okay. So we will need to bring the army from the mainland up as well, most likely. Still not sure why the alt-click thing only works with the left alt key on this keyboard. It's a very strange deficiency. Brother Prince of Ulfir is requested to join the Knights of Calatrava in their struggle against the infidel, even though this will forever disinherit him. Was I planning on making Ulfir a, like, steward or something? No. Get out of here. Oh, cool. Elfnoth the Athstein is now known as the Holy. Sweet. It would appear that their current Grand Master is in prison. Damaslo Damaslafi. There's a name. What do we got here now? Yo, this Eric of Vanny's guy needs to fucking stop. My dude's just being a jerk. You know? Betrothed can marry. Yes, that is perfectly fine. I think. I say, having not actually read the tooltip despite looking at it in a general sort of sense. Alright. I will say the one nice thing about only being able to grab very small pieces of land is you don't constantly get very large defensive packs against you and then have to wait like 10 years between declaring wars. one of the few features that I find genuinely irritating. Although I think the After the End mod might ramp it up a little bit beyond even normal, but I'm not 100% sure. Also not used to making such a comparatively small amount of money. We really should try to get a vassal republic at some point if we can. Because that is how dough is made. While I'm thinking about it, why don't we just invite all these folks to our courts? Duchy of Luxembourg. For a vassal of my vassal. Luxembourg is... Where is Luxembourg? That's this. That's kind of out of the way. Appreciate the sentiment. But, also we should see if we can attack this, Scully fellow, just because, he's independent and he's right there. Also, and, this is me on some 4-dimensional chess nonsense, but, I believe that Zealand is important center of trade, I think is what they're called, in EU4. So, why not? Eanbert the Alfie. That's a name if I've ever heard one. Apologies if anybody was upset by that. Any Eanberts in the audience? Any Eanberts in the audience? Oh yeah, we should probably not make Wolf here the heir to that thing, because, it just doesn't seem like the wisest idea. Why is Bohemond not our heir? I will check on that in a minute. Let's give it to this Gervas guy. I like him. He has big eye patch energy. Had that meme even caught on yet the last time I played this game? I mean, it's only been a week, but it feels like it's been months. Let's see. I mean, he has the depressed trait, but that's not really that big of a deal. I guess Raidwald is more, well-rounded. And he has Just, which makes a ruler a bit more popular. Chief Torstein the Monster. Why? Elective Gavelkind. Cool. There's not actually anything I can do about that, I don't think. Lovely. Well, we'll just let some time pass for now, I guess. Yeah, sure. Build the road, I say. I forgot to set my crown focus again. Castle Shipyard, jousting lists. Actually do have a fairly well upgraded capital province. Yeah, Yes, call for my court physician at once. We have a good court physician, right? Yeah, it's Gonsel. I really would prefer it if, like, none of my children die. It would be kind of terrible. Named Allison. You know what, actually, I think I like Ethan much better. Did I already name? No, I didn't. Okay, cool. Yeah. Spending too much time thinking about the naming conventions of fictional people. That's my brand. Scania. That's that over there. County of Tyrconnell. We do still have kind of a nice, like, heir by appointment thing going on, where the only two people who have legal votes as to who becomes the next king are us and the Bishop of Cornwall. So that's nice. I don't know what that name was because I didn't mean to click that button just now, but you know. Princess of the Mongol Empire. There we go. That seems fine. Kind of forgot that this was happening over here, but it definitely is. Gunan the Cleansing Flame. That is one hell of a nickname. Sure. Have fun, Trond. Oh wait, he was one of the guys that had a claim on the kingdom of... Oh well. Hello, Go-Go. How are you? Beep beep. Was this an issue? I don't know, blackmail him anyway. Bishop Jordan of Ramsbury. That's the town where they keep all the rams. Not battering rams, I mean like sheep. Yeah, like, why does everybody want to join the Knights Templar and shit? I mean, I guess, like, sure. Well, that's depressing. Herbert. We will educate Herbert ourselves, I think, provided that we can. Rank. Yeah. Why do we have the Craven trait? I swear, like, it's a fucking conspiracy. How did we get this little bit of land way up here? Inyald of Buchan. I'm doing okay. Actually, ironically enough, and to provide some context for people who are only watching the VODs, I spent like a solid 20 minutes on the last stream, like ranting about Twitch never paying me, and then like 2 days ago, I got my first paycheck from Twitch, so that was pretty cool. Hopefully, it will be the first of many. Now, granted, I've already used that paycheck on most of that paycheck on things such as, clothing and new pair of headphones because my old ones were broken, food, but, I do plan to purchase a new game with it, which we will probably start streaming tomorrow. Cool, yeah. Still, no English culture, I'm noticing. It's all, Anglo-Saxon and Norman, but not, never both. Which is interesting. I do kind of want that to start popping up at some point, just because I think it would be neat. Oh, that's good. That's good. Truce with King Tristan of Scotland. Is this Galloway? We declare war for Galloway. I don't know if there's much point in doing that, but, we could do it. Oh. Well, that sucks a whole lot. Well, I guess this Humphrey fellow is our spymaster now. Lower the Crown Authority. What an absolute classic. What even is our Crown Authority? Yeah, it's a medium. Get your head out of your butt. Not lowering the Crown Authority. Oh, there's an anti-pope. I could declare war to depose the anti-pope. I'm not going to do that because I don't really care. But I could if I was so inclined. Named Hugelina. Oh, cool. Gonsel finally inherited that bishopric. Duchy of Essex. Essex. Right, that's this bit right here. Yes, actually, I will do that. Still not going to create the Kingdom of England, because I don't want to open that can of worms. But, yeah. Can I not give it to Harold? That's weird. Why is it called Bedford now? I guess those are the same place, and I just never knew that? Yeah, I can give him... Oh, yeah, no, I can't give him Bedford. It's just... Right. I'm smart. I know things. I am the queen of the universe, etc., etc., etc. This guy's got a bunch of claims. Petty Kingdom of Kent, Gloucester... Somerset and Gloucester we both already own, but we could maybe do something about that Kent business. Because it appears that this Arngrimir fellow is about to die, because he's old and stressed, and his heir is a woman, which means we will be able to press weak claims against her. So that's good. Claim Powys. Oh. I mean, he has some allies, but, like, not too worried about it. Also, this guy's a peasant leader. That's interesting. Well, I appreciate your gumption, but I'm afraid I must conquer you now. Too bad I have to destroy you now. Let's go. Queen Athena. Gal. God Haleb. Galgad Haleb. That's like over here. Yeah, this shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Although maybe I want to move these guys somewhere where they're less likely to get ganked. Prison buddies, apparently. Did we have a civil war at one point? We got a lot of people in jail. I, like, barely remember what I was doing before, like, the last stream, apparently. Money, 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 mother. Yes, that is true, Gogo. Excellent. Taking the rest of Wales seems like it's going to be a complicated operation. Yvonne D'Asti is our quote-unquote kinswoman. It's our cousin's daughter. Which, yeah, to be fair to the game, I don't know if there really is a name for that. Anyway, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go get a soda. So that was probably loud enough that the stream heard it. Oh my goodness. Use your newfound riches to hang a house with Van Goghs. I think that things like that cost a little more than $108.09, which is what my paycheck was, but I suppose we never know. Yeah, that was Carrie doing an Ojo laugh after I told her I was going to conquer Britain. It's like that sometimes. God, what a mess of a Europe. Let's recap. Hungary is still split in two by this fucking serpentine tentacle that is part of the Byzantine Empire. Speaking of the Byzantine Empire, the Mongols have invaded just this part right here, but not this or this. Ruthenia is fine. Russia is also split into two pieces. Most of Scandinavia by landmass is ruled by either Ugra or Karelia. The Teutonic Order randomly owns a province up here. Western Europe is just a patchwork quilt of terror. And I'm not even going to comment on Italy. How is Aragon independent again? Whatever. Anyway, I got a cherry Pepsi. Bought these yesterday, and I believe there are now exactly one of them remaining. Other than the one I currently have. I'll ever do an autosave. Of course. So the game is always like, ooh, you gotta pay like a hefty sum of gold to do this thing, and then it's always like 3. Oh wait, what? Why didn't what's his name inherit? Did he die like just before? Well, that's annoying. Now I'm stuck with this Nigel fucker. Seriously, Nigel? Nigel. I kind of want to find a way to get him to have a kid just so I can name the noble house Uno, but or Thornberry. But that's probably more trouble than it's worth, strictly speaking. Yeah. That's dope. What even is our focus right now? Family. That's fine for the time being, I think. Emessa de Austin is now of legal age. She became a dutiful cleric. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna, like, marry her to the Emperor of Byzantium, if y'all don't mind. Gabriel the Butcher. Things are not going too well in the old Eastern Roman Empire, I don't think. Just a hunch. It's just my hunch. She's got someone else. It's just my hunch. Huh. That almost never happens. Character decides to hit on some random noblewoman and they actually turn you down. It's very rare for that to happen. Why are you talking to me? I hate Scotland a lot. Decline. Fuck you. Yeah. That's all fine. Is Raidwald really so much better than Bohemond? Keep going back and forth on this. His Diplo score, though. His Diplo score. It might just be that I don't want a king named Bohemond, or a king named Raidwald, because it's kind of a dumb name. Raidwald, I don't know. I don't speak Anglo-Saxon. Don't you mean English? No, I don't mean English, because the Anglo-Saxon language is functionally so different from modern English that two would be completely unintelligible to each other. Probably have better luck understanding a Dutchman. Keep this information to myself. Oh, he hasn't. It's just my hunch, he's been talking shit. I don't know who this is, but good for them. What? Ermengarde the Usurper. Oh, hey. Like, how many years after I put them in power at the very start of this Let's Play, it appears that the Van Vlaanderen family will finally no longer be the kings of France. The crown is going to pass to this Humbert Ingling fellow. How many kings did they get? Like 2, 4, 6, 8? I'd say that's pretty good. Including 2 with the hilariously dumb name Eyesbrand. This Europe is so beautiful. I mean, in the same way that, like, fucking an old abandoned building is, like, hauntingly beautiful, I guess. Yes. Let's do that thing. Y'all know that we're respected in this land. No, not a betrothal, a guardianship. Whatever, that's fine. Yes, like an old building ready to collapse any second. You said it, not me. Daughter was born to King Ilfna, Uli and Queen Arpad Edith of Bretagne, and named Mautild. Mautild? I guess that's like the older form of Matilda. Please gain diligent and not arbitrary. Yeah. Once these kids come of age, we can probably switch the heir from Raidwald to them. They seem better overall, and their names aren't fucking Raidwald. Zolt, Eleffi, and Alexandra Ian Staffoy. Who is this person? Sure, dog. Whatever. And you want to talk about a cool name? Zolt. This is a cool name. Let's see here. Do we have any chance of our mans getting into the cardinalship? Not this past one. It looks like the election has already happened. But maybe we can secure his place for the next time. There we go. We'll see how that goes. I always like playing the Cardinal, College Cardinals. It's like a mini game, or a gambling addiction. Just my hunch. Yeah. Doing construction. There we go. See? Grey Eminence. Oh no, he's got fucking food poisoning. Don't die. I forbid it. Alright? Like, food poisoning, and you have to understand that the deadliest disease in Crusader Kings 2, deadliest ailment rather, it's not the Black Plague, it's not Great Pox, it's not leprosy, it's not rabies, it's not any of those things, it's food poisoning. It will kill 99% of characters, 99% dead, 99% of the time. So we need to pray, by which I mean save scum, that Baldwin does not die. Yes, that's fine. Do not wish to become the King of England. We can, like, do that right before we convert over, maybe. Well, I don't know. The thing that always bothers me about this game is that if your primary title changes, it resets your regal ordinance. And I know that's like a super silly thing to care about, but I like having numerals behind my rulers' names. And honestly, making new titles is often more trouble than it's worth. Make the Kingdom of England a title, and suddenly you've got this situation where, you've got one guy elected in the Britain mainland and one guy elected in England, and now suddenly your realm is cut in half like the baby in that one biblical story about King Solomon. It's a thing. At least the Black Plague has some cool quests to get rid of it with black magic, I think. I don't think I've ever seen that. Maybe you need monks and mystics to do that. That's probably what I should have done with at least some of that money, was buy some fucking expansions for this, but you know. Oh well. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna buy Spectrum Retreat or Ion Maiden. I have not yet decided, but I think Spectrum Retreat has the advantage on account of being finished in its entirety and being the game that I know less about. And I will be streaming that probably starting tomorrow, unless I decide I would rather do more of this. We'll see. How old is our character anyway? 38. Okay. I really cannot emphasize how much I absolutely loathe the name Aelfnath. Just Aelfnath. Like, dang, you know? Hey Nigel, stop being a fucking jerk and support my heir. Nigel! Nigel! Why are you like this, Nigel? Send gift. Named Richard. How do I feel about Richard as a name for a possible future ruler? See, the thing is this. Richard is a perfectly fine name, and it can be shortened to Dick, which is hilarious. However, there were several historical rulers of England named Richard, and I prefer to avoid copying real life where possible. What are some other possibilities? Definitely not Raedwald. Sieghelm? That guy must have been... Oh, it's actually Anglo-Saxon. I was going to say that guy must have been German, but apparently I was wrong. Herbert, of course. Gunther, Ingemar. What about Eric? It's like the English version of Eriker, which is a Viking name that many individuals in this game have. Got a vassal named Eriker. Sure, we'll make it Eric. I like Eric as a name. You know, I don't think I've ever known anybody named Eric. It's one of those names that, like, I just don't hear a lot. I hate that event so much. Just randomly lose one of the best traits in the game. this guy's gonna die. That's a shame. Nigel. Yes. Manreich Alfnathes is now of legal age. Manreich Alfnathes. There's a name for you. Good lord, Manreich. Maybe that's the Basque form of Manrique. That would make a bit more sense. But still, Alfnathes. That's... Ooh. Alfnathes. I'm not a fan of Alfnathes, to be quite honest with you. It just sounds fundamentally wrong coming out of my mouth. I just realized that, like, a solid half of this series so far has just been me complaining about names of medieval Europeans. To be clear, I don't actually think that it's possible for a name to be fundamentally stupid unless you're one of those just horrible people that names your daughter Hula Hoop or whatever. But, you know, to modern ears, they sound kind of funny. How long have I been at this? About an hour. Probably go for about another hour. I am a little bit pressed for time today because Jerry, who this computer actually belongs to, has some other obligations later in the evening. But I will be back tomorrow, probably with Spectrum Retreat, which, if you are not familiar, it is a first-person puzzler game in the vein of something like Portal, about a man who is trapped in a futuristic hotel against his will. It looks neat. I disagree. Northwest is fundamentally stupid. See, the problem there isn't actually the name North, which is fine. It's that the last name is West, which makes the full name just a direction. Also, I think that's one of those things where, like, granted, my well of Kanye defense has kind of run out after a certain nonsense a few months ago, but I don't think anybody would have cared if it was like, I don't know, like Brad Pitt's kid or something. Like, it's just one of those things where I think whose kid it was influenced how people felt about that. But maybe that's just me. Oh hey, we got a cardinal. Clotaire of La Charite. Where the hell is La Charite? Oh, way down here. Okay. Maybe he will be Pope someday. But probably not. It seems like this Gifford guy is like the favorite to win the next election. See, I feel like Gifford Fitzgala is a perfectly acceptable medieval name. Gronwu Struger. Huh. I remember the Struger dynasty just because of their absolutely hideous randomly generated heraldic shield. I don't care that he's gay. What's this? Independence. whom and why? The Count of Suffolk. Yeah, that would go great for you. You definitely would not be then immediately conquered by somebody else. North Pit still sounds rather silly to me. Well, the hypothetical I presented took place in an alternate universe where Brad Pitt is instead named Brad West. Which actually does sound like the name of a person, but less like famous actor and more, oh hey, our brother became the Grand Master of the Knights of Calatrava, that's cool. But, like less famous actor and more like truck driver, you know? Not that there's anything wrong with being a truck driver. There are probably many truck drivers who are happier with their life and career than famous actors. Some people just really like the open road. I actually considered becoming a truck driver at one point, and then I realized that that would require driving an act that A, I have never done, and B, the very idea of it gives me like an almost unfathomable amount of anxiety. Because you have to understand that cars are horrifying things, fundamentally. Like, we locomote in these gigantic metal boxes on wheels, and on the one hand, that's fine, because, you know, technology. On the other hand, like, whenever you are in charge of one of those metal boxes with wheels, you are fundamentally, like, accepting the possibility that you or somebody else on the road might die just because, like, you know, cars be dangerous, basically, is what I'm getting at here. And I'm not articulating it very well, and it's certainly not like a new or brave opinion. But I'm just saying, like, you know, cars are scary. It's basically the end of it. Like, I don't mind riding in people's cars. That's, like, not an issue for me, but it's one of those things that can quickly become harrowing if even a small thing goes wrong. Which I guess is true of most modes of transportation other than, like, walking, but something about the fact that cars are these big hulking metal things makes it more, how would I put it, more readily apparent to me. And that is my thoughts on cars. Here at my car. And, like, again, to be clear, like, other forms of transportation are definitely not immune from that. Because, like, ever since I moved, I take the L train a lot. It's a suspended light rail system. It's not really a subway, because only a very small part of it is underground. But, for the most part, it's fine. As far as I know, accidents on it are very rare. However, the platforms for it are designed in such a way that there's not a ton of walking room between... I shouldn't say the platforms. The platform for the one near our house is designed in such a way that there's not a lot of walking room between the... Oh. Didn't expect that to happen. Okay. We should be fine, I think. Hold on. Let me do some nonsense here, and I will gather my thoughts momentarily. But yeah, like, it seems like there's not enough room on the platform 100%, so, like, always, when I walk there, I get this slight pang of anxiety of, like, there should really be more room, because if somebody falls onto the tracks, That's not good. Because, I don't know if y'all know how light rail systems work, but if you fall on the track and you touch the live current running through the middle rail, you will die very quickly. Transportation is scary, fire is horrifying, Thomas Edison was a witch, is basically what I'm saying. I don't know. It's one of those, like, unsolvable problems, kind of, because, like, the alternative is to just not use public transportation or cars, which is ridiculous, like, as an idea. So, you know, you just kind of learn to deal, I guess. We have a claim on the barony of Beaumont. That's cool, I guess. Anyway, yeah, that's my rambling rant for this episode, I guess. About celebrity names and cars and how the station near my house is, like, a little bit unsafe. Mm-hmm. You have strong claims. So I think not. I think not. Ooh, the Duchy of Flanders. I hadn't really considered expanding in like this direction, but if we can do that, claim Flanders for one of our vassals' and it looks like the succession line is set up perfectly fine. Oh, that's Champagne. No, we want Flanders. Which apparently also includes this bit up here, which I'm not thrilled about, but that's fine, I guess. Richard Van Vlanderen. Okay, I know how we can do this, I think. Where is that barony we've got a claim on? Yeah. Wait, no. Yes. Oh. I see. I thought that was one of my vassals. It is not. It is a vassal of the King of France. That makes this a more difficult problem. Well, what do we got in terms of counties that I don't care about? Rennes I would like to keep. Give away Tours, I guess. Oh, wait, hold on. Petty Kingdom of Strangfjord. For the Bishop of Painpool. We should do this. Yeah. That might make it an archbishopric, but, like, I don't care. So, yeah. Okay, that's more relevant to what we're trying to do than taking Flanders. And we can always perhaps take Flanders at a later date, if we decide we want to do that. I think my bizarre rant about public transportation may have driven everyone off. That's okay. I will say public transportation still, like, miles better than the thing where, like, everybody has to have a car because there isn't any, which is the situation I used to live in before I moved out here. Let me tell you, not a great time. Not for the environment, not for just, like, basic convenience. Not for anything, really. Lower the crown authority. I'm a small baby who doesn't like being told what to do. Alright, you get over here. Count Grim of Winchester has usurped the title barony of Winchester from Trigva Eistenstein. Grim of Winchester. Where's evil? Yeah, I want to talk about a show that really has not aged particularly well. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Not, like, my favorite of the, cartoons of its era. Is Billy and Mandy technically a cartoon? I think there might have been a more narrow criteria for that than I'm remembering. Maybe I'm mistaken. Beeves? You going to name your son Beeves? That sounds like a dish made of minced onions or something. Beeves. No. You're also going to be named Eric because I've suddenly decided that Eric is a power name, and we're going to name many of our rulers Eric, or at least like one or two. In addition to the Herberts and Baldwins we've already got going on. Oh, we're already at over 100%. Also, we have a dangerous faction about to pop, so let's, like, take care of that, shall we? It did make it a Prince Archbishopric. Okay. Wait, why? What? Oh, okay, it was just being stupid. Took a second to calculate the what's-its. I understand. Lower the crown authority. See, there's a very simple trick you can do to kind of take the edge off of these large factions. You can just give everybody some money, and usually at least some of them will decide suddenly that they don't care about what they were doing. Yeah, look at that. Just reduced it by half. And now we have a defensive pact forming against us because we just took a whole bunch of land at once. But that's okay. We have an Eric on... Oh yeah! You're right. We do. Who I talk to pretty often. I don't know how I just, like, completely forgot that his name was Eric. That was silly. I just have Gantz flashbacks when you describe public transportation. No! Unfortunately, the crab is not a nickname that a king can have in this game, or I would go out of my way to get it for any kings we get named Eric. I am, like, pretty thrilled that, actually, we should have Manrique take the vows, because that'll be an issue if, actually, no, it doesn't matter if he has kids, it's fine. I'm gonna set him as the heir for both of these archbishoprics. Why is this now not whatever? It's mostly the archbishoprics I'm worried about as far as that goes. No, that's just incorrect. Okay. That was a nice land grab that we just pulled off. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Yes, please blackmail the vassal. It is a power name. You're correct. Oh hey. We, hit 100 years of the Kingdom of Bretagne existing. We also, about 20 years in game, obviously, we hit the normal start date, the non-Old Gods one, because that starts, I think, in November of 1066. The Stanford Bridge start date. Hugelina Deastin. Make a move. It's good to be the king. Wake up with the king. You know, I saw once upon a time, long ago, in a different kind of place where people live their lives slow. No. I saw once, many years ago, a completely baffling piece of fan art with, I want to say it was the chick from Read or Die, being abruptly awoken by the Burger King back when they were doing the ads with the guy, like the deliberately kind of creepy looking Burger King with the big plastic head. The one that all those Xbox games were about. And for whatever reason, that extremely powerful, and we didn't have the vocabulary for it at the time, but very much cursed picture, has stuck with me over the years. I should try to find it again. And then there's Pod. Engelbert de Bergamo. Sweet. Also, I should set ground focus in Penties. Behold the hovering crown of benevolence. Do I still actually have a pagan vassal? I do. That is insanity. Fix that, please. In the year of our Lord, 1042, can you believe? see something real quick here. Disable when using CK2. Thank you. Huh. The realm never rests, so neither shall I. Hey, have I patted myself on the back yet enough for the design of the Daostein shield? I like it a lot. It's very minimalist, very chic. Bernard, come on. Oh hey, the defensive pack is going. Sweet. Weak claims. Petty Kingdom of Gal. You know. Yeah. Yeah, this is like a sound idea. That's going to be another, like, fairly large chunk of land that we can take in one fell swoop. That guy is, yeah, he's, the vassal, the Count of Desmond, rather. Yes, okay. We're gonna declare this war to steal land from his wife. Isn't that lovely? I'm sure he's thrilled about it. And isn't cursing our name at all. Let's go! Will Eric be king someday? Maybe. Screw it. He gets ambitious. Because if the character is going to be ruler eventually, ambitious is good to have. If not, it's terrible. So, humble is kind of fine either way. Or not humble, content is kind of fine either way because -1 intrigue isn't really a huge problem. Do do do. Hey. Do 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 do. Conquering Ireland, do. And parts of Scotland too. Actually, more Scotland than Ireland, because the only Irish province is this Brethna. But you knew what I meant. And isn't that the most important thing? Ah. Gonsel died. That's not good. Commit. schedule our new physician, I think. That'll be fine. Hugalina, she's the one who, I don't know, she's gonna do the Hugalina. Kind of sounds like a dance, doesn't it? Like at least a little bit. Maybe that's just me. Alright. Boom. I think we've done more to expand our territory in those two wars over the past half hour than we have in any one session, like, so far in this entire Let's Play. Just need to keep a better eye on this, I guess. Gallery. That's way up there, I don't care about that. Corelli is way up in Finland. Pardon me. Westmoreland is right there. These are things to keep in mind for after this. What? Yeah, that's cool. In fact, yeah. Sweet. I don't really feel like fighting either of these guys, so yeah, alliance for now is good. We should begin considering the question of what we're going to do after we conquer the British Isles, if we're able to do that in time. Which I think we will be. We've still got 400 years of game left. So, like I've been saying since the beginning, I think like taking the rest of this, the rest of France basically, would be nice. Get like an Angevin Empire thing going on. And then after that, I don't know. Huh. Huh. Ah, well, it is the Middle Ages. What a fucking great piece of writing. Oh, man. I'm gonna make that, like, my response for everything now. Oh, it's the 21st century! You kick a can down the street. Why'd you do that? Oh, it's the 21st century. Everything's fine. It's the 21st century. What are you, some kind of idiot stuck in the past? It's the 21st century. Doing something mean to it. It is the Middle Ages after all. Oh, we're doing this again? Okay. Ah, well, it is the Middle Ages. Baldwin is now known as the Unchaste. Oh no, we've got lover's pox. I don't actually know what that is. Like herpes, I guess? Well, you know. sorry, kinda need you here. Don't give a damn, buddy. This guy is Visigothic cultured. I remember there being, yeah, like, for some reason, Visigothic never flipped to the breakup cultures that it normally does, which is strange. Not that I'm really complaining, but it is weird. Whoops. Huh. What in the world is going on with these guys? Well, I think that... yeah. On the relative high note of us conquering two fairly big pieces of land, and the hilarious note that is, well, it is the Middle Ages, I'm actually going to call it here a little earlier than I had planned, because that's a good point to end things on. And, you know, I got other stuff I want to do today. There's that as well. So, thank you guys for coming out. Like I said, there will be a brand new live series premiering tomorrow. If you'd like to stop by, that will probably be around 4 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll make an announcement when it's time. But, yeah, for now, thank you guys for coming out, as always. Remember, if you would like to support the channel, you may subscribe whenever and for however much you like. Yeah, that's basically it. You are welcome for the stream, Go-Go. I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.